All right, we're gonna go ahead and assemble the rest of the frame. So we're gonna take the 4 longest ones, go here in the top. Just making sure these go all the way down. And then we'll place the 2 shorter ones on either side. Same thing, opposite side here. All right, good. We have these ranging from 0 to 6. So there's 7 different ones because we have a 0. And that's gonna connect between 2 of these pieces. So there's your 0, it's facing up so that you can see it. And we'll look at all of those as we go through. And then these should just slide on. Now they've never been on, so it's gonna be tight at first. So I'm gonna kind of work those in back and forth before I put them into place. 12.5 inches apart. We're setting at 6 1/4. It's the part that the netting is eventually gonna go into. I'm gonna work that in. About halfway in to be face up. Slide this one in. There we go. I'll slide this one down into place. I'm gonna take that tube out for right now because I don't want that scratching up that aluminum. What I did was put the spar back in once I got it centered and use the spar on either side to kind of show that it was centered up. You can see over here using that spar connection. I've never put this one on yet, so it's gonna be really tight this first go around. And then I'll bring that back up. Don't have to worry about running into those. All right, good, that's a good tight fit. I can still get some adjustment there up and down. That feels like that's as far as I could go. Good. So we're good over there. And when I'm pushing on this, I'm not pushing on the sides here. I mean, there is a metal bolt that is running through there, so I'm pretty sure it's strong, but I don't want to risk it right now as I'm trying to get this piece on there. All right, there, got that one on. I'm gonna turn this one to the side, work that into place. I'm just trying to find the easiest way. Oh man, that slid right on there. I don't have to worry about banging that. All right, good. That's on there. Seems like it's on there nice and tight. Good. All right, that one's in there. Bang it around. Yeah, I think it's just as easy to do that. There we go. There's 5. All right, good. That one went on nice and easy. All right, here's the netting. We're gonna unroll the netting. And I think on their video they said there are 12 sections. I'm just making sure nothing's caught before I start unrolling it. All right, that looks good. So let's start here. So I'm gonna pull this piece out. We'll take the next 2, make sure they're on the right side. Just make sure everything kind of spreads out. So I'm gonna put these next 2. Be very careful with these pieces, because outside of this tubing, they're not very strong. I'm hoping that they're going to be way stronger inside, but it looks like it's something I can 3D print, and I think they have these on their side. So this will be the first thing I'll be printing, is some extra ones of these. All right, good. That fits in. I kind of like the idea though. Maybe some stronger, maybe nylon or something a little stronger, a little bit more flexible, I think is what I would want. All right, so we've got 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I'm going to do 10, 11, and then 12 at the bottom. I'm going to feed this one in first. All right, 10 and 11. Now this is 12. Here, a little tight, but I can still put it in there without anything coming loose. All right, good. and then we'll connect that last. Right now, let's keep that loose and do these other sections. All right, those feel like those are in there good. I like the idea of it though. Pretty cool little concept. It's got the longer attachment. And I think what I'm going to do is go through that bend, because that'll put less stress on that cordage. And I'm going to pull that. So I'm going to connect these, and then I'll tighten that down. And then I'm going to go around and adjust the hoop as I tighten it down up here and run it through. So we're going to run those in there. We're going to do these finger tight first, make sure we don't cross thread anything. Make sure everything's fitting down where it needs to be. Okay, make sure the words are out, that you run these down by hand. I'm going to tighten this down just hand tight, and then we'll get our torque wrench out. It says 8 Newton meters. So I'm going to do no more than finger tight before I break out the torque wrench, and then we'll torque these down, and we'll torque them down in a star pattern. So from here to here, maybe across from there to there. And that's it. Put my prop covers on. Make sure it doesn't come in contact. Oh no, that might be a 130. I may move these up just one notch and see what impact that has. You don't want to be too far back because you get a riser twist. This feels actually pretty comfortable though. But I think with that extra weight bringing me forward, I'd like to be setting back a little bit more than that. This is comfortable because it feels like my arms can really rest in here, and that's how they were on the Parajet, like a real comfortable position to rest in. Feels like the carabiners are in the right position. So even if I'm carrying a little bit more weight, like even with that extra weight up here, it may push me forward slightly, but I think I'll be good. Another thing I really like about this is this tank. This is 40-to-1. This will be just enough to kind of run it in there, get it started. We'll start our brake in. Pull some gas up in there, give that a couple squirts. Good. Let's just do an initial crank. So since this is the first time I'm cranking it, and I'm just making sure that I hear that thing tapping when I let go of it, the idle. I'm just looking in there, I hear it tapping when I release it. All right, so I gotta be able to get to that throttle. That's what we want right there. So notice, see how I kind of bend the throttle? I want to kind of move it around to see if I get any kind of surge. And if I get a surge, that's not too bad. I may want to idle it down a little bit. Slight turn. Let's see if that makes a difference. That's pretty good. Let it go for about 5 minutes right now. I'm just going to do that at idle. And then I'm just going to let it set for a while. And then I'll keep repeating it. I'll follow the procedures that are in the manual for break-in. We're at 40-to-1 with Motul and ethanol-free gas.